Hello students, we are to the last chapter of Negotiable Act. So today we are going to do is chapter number 16 of Negotiable Act, but if you can recall, already we have done section number 17. That is with regard to dishonor of checks from section 138 till 148. So this chapter is on international law, section 134 till 137, international law. Now why we are talking about the international law, See, if you can recall, we did the concept of foreign instrument under section 12, whereby we said an instrument becomes foreign if it is not made in India or it is not payable in India nor it is drawn person resident in India. Sometimes what may happen is that an instrument may be drawn outside the India, but it is payable in India. That's why we are talking about international law. So what will be the situation? Because there is a mixture of the provision applicable abroad also in India. So how we gonna handle them? So here comes section 137 and 134 students, and this is very important. Firstly, I'll say this chapter is very important, especially from December 2021 attempt. The reason is from December 2021 attempt, there are 4 chapters which are omitted from this particular act. So that's how it becomes very prominent, very important. We may get a question. In the past, we have never got any question out of this particular chapter. So please do take good care. That's why I have mentioned future practical problem, FPP, section 134. What it says? See, it says liability of maker. We all know it. In the case of note, it is the maker who is liable. In the case of bill, it is the acceptor who is liable. And we also know when you endorse to someone else, if the endorsee does not get the payment, he can always make endorser liable. So it says, if you are a person liable, and it is with regard to foreign instrument. That's why I was saying foreign instrument. Do recall section number 12. So, what the law says, in the absence of contract to contrary, which means till something else is provided. Till something else is provided, this will be the law. It says very interestingly things. It says, as far as maker or drawer are concerned, maker or drawer are concerned, drawer is the word we use in the case of bill, also in the case of check, remember, and maker we use the word in the case of note. So, the persons who made the instrument, as far as their liability is concerned, which law will apply? It says, is regulated by the law of the place where instrument made, because they are the guys who made the instrument. So on them law of that place, that country, that city may be to apply. Whereas when we talk of the liability of acceptor, obviously in the case of bill, and the endorser can be in any of the instrument. For them the law of the place where instrument is made able to apply. So simply you have to learn like this. If there is a foreign instrument, as far as the makers are concerned, the drawers are concerned, the law of that place, country where it was made to apply, whereas in case of acceptor and endorser where it was made payable. So students will go by a very interesting illustration, and in the exam you may find it in the very copy paste manner. So please take care. A bill of exchange was drawn. Bill of exchange was drawn. So by whom? By Mr. A. So we are talking about drawer. And he drew the bill in California, which is in America, a state of America. It says where the rate of interest is 25%. If there is a delay, the rate is 25% in payment. And accepted. So we are talking about acceptor Mr. B. And accepted by B. Payable in Washington. What is Washington? Again, it is in America, but it's in another state of America. And within the country, there in that Washington state, the rate of interest is 6%. And we said regarding acceptor, the law of the place, we are not using the word country over here, we are using the word place over here. Please take good care of. So, What will be the answer? Now the interesting part is the bill of exchange. The bill is endorsed in India and it is dishonored. So regarding endorser, what we said, the place where it is made payable, that law to apply. Now, an action on bill is brought against B in India. Who is B? Mr. Acceptor. And regarding acceptor, what we said, the law where it is made payable to apply. And as far as Mr. B was concerned, it was payable where? In Washington. There the rate was 6%. Whereas it was made in California, the rate was 25%. So which rate to apply? B is liable for rate of interest of 6%. But let's see. But if A is charged as drawer, let's say, because the drawer has the secondary liability, if we make him liable, which law to apply? Which place to apply? Obviously the California. So he'll be liable for the rate of 25%. Very good section, very important. Please take good care of the students having December 2021 exam or the exams in 2022. Now, section 135. It talks about the law of place of payment governs dishonor. See students, if the instrument dishonors, we have done about notice and all that. We have done chapter number 8 on that, from section number 91 to 98. So on dishonor, there is a law. But what it says, law of place of payment. So the important word over here is what? The place of payment, not the place where the instrument was made. If the instrument gets dishonored, the law of place of payment, like in section 134 we said, the place of payment was Washington and the drawl was California. So Washington to apply. Now look at, it says negotiable instrument may be 3, is made payable at a place different from that in which made or endorsed. Means the instrument was made like in the above illustration, California, but payable at where? Washington. So what we are getting? A place different from where it was, in which made or endorsed. The place where it is made payable determines what constitutes dishonor. Is this dishonor or not? What notice of dishonor is sufficient? Means how the notice to be given, time period, etc., etc. So it is a place of payment. I'll quote an illustration over here. Let's say the bill of exchange is drawn and endorsed in India. So drawn and endorsed is in India, but accepted payable in France. So the place of acceptance comes different. So it is payable at France. So now let's say it's dishonored. The instrument obviously is with the holder, or you may call it endorsee. So endorsee has to follow which law? Obviously of France. Follows procedure of dishonor as per French law. Is this valid? Absolutely, because you are not supposed to follow the Indian law. So you can follow the procedure as laid down in the French law. So again, this is very important. You may get in the exam. So this entire chapter becomes very important, and all these sections, they are coming with illustration, and these illustrations copy paste in the form of practical question you may get in the exam. So please take good care. Now students, section number 136, that is, it says negotiable instrument made, drawn, accepted or endorsed out of India, but as per law of India. So what it is trying to say? International law. The instrument drawn, accepted, endorsed absolutely in the foreign country, but you have followed the Indian law. Now, what will be the consequence? Now it says, two quotations over there. See, to make it very easy, you have to remember one thing. No doubt everything done outside India, but as per Indian law, let's say this instrument is brought into India. Any subsequent acceptance or endorsement made thereon in India, everything will be fine. It won't invalidate or affect, means everything will be very fine as far as India is concerned. But now what it says, if you make the instrument outside India or etc., etc., as per Indian law, the circumstance that any agreement evidenced by such instrument is invalid as per law of that country wherein it was entered, but it won't affect the invalidity as far as the subsequent means later on acceptance or endorsement in India is concerned. Means simply get the point. And you may write in the easy language also what it is trying to say. You made, accepted, endorsed the instrument outside the country, but you did not follow the law of that country. You followed the Indian law. So in that country, it may turn out to be what? Invalid. However, if you bring that instrument and you do any endorsement, or even it may be, it may be drawn outside India, but you accepted in India, so everything will be valid in India because you are doing as per what? The Indian law. So in the simple manner, it is like this way. Now, last section, 137. Presumption as to foreign law. See, we are doing negotiable act of India. Why we are talking of foreign law? We are talking because we are doing a chapter on international law. So when we are in India, we can always presume the laws abroad are same as Indian. Why we gonna take it otherwise? Because I always say law is nothing but common sense, and it is more followed in other countries, let me tell you very frankly. So what will say? Section 137 says presumption as to foreign law presumed same as in India unless contrary proved. Means unless you prove it, otherwise it is presumed it is same. With this chapter number 16 comes to an end. Thank you.